Okay, what is happening with Sommi and the Pulsechain community? Now, a lot of people in the Pulsechain community have been complaining about Sommi, that they don't like some of the posts that he's post or something like that. Now, let me read a tweet that I saw from Corey. Corey Costa. I've seen a lot of posts recently that are hostile towards your friend Somi. I think that's ridiculous. I think he's done more for Pulsechain than most. He has nearly 29,000 subscribers, 3.5k videos. Who thinks that Somi is a fantastic Hex and Pulsechain community member? Then I'll read a few comments that are under that post. And one of the things that is really strange to me is that a lot of people in the Pulsechain community many times used to talk about how we don't have many people covering Pulsechain or Hex or reaching out RH ecosystem projects. Why are the big influencers not covering it? And then when you have an influencer who's starting up covering this content and who's becoming a big influencer, something that we can all see. I mean, the numbers don't lie, right? I mean, right now on YouTube, he gets about 500,000 views a month. That's pretty big for the crypto space because the biggest, right, the biggest channel, which is Crypto Banter, gets about 3 million. Right now, Coin Bureau has more subscribers, but it gets about 2.7 million. Right now, these are the biggest. This is what we would call possibly, if we have a mainstream crypto, these are the biggest, and he's getting about 500,000. Again, in context, Bitbo used to be the biggest, and his new channel gets about 700,000 a month. So this tells you that this is pretty huge impact. Now, if you take a look at his impact on Twitter, it's even more because there he's getting thousands of views a day. So that for the month, I think he's getting much big numbers. And the beauty about that is that all that attention, a lot of it is driven towards Pulsechain. Because even now, I was watching one of his videos and he's extremely bullish on Pulsechain. He said that there's no value elsewhere, right? Other ecosystems don't have as much value as we have in the Pulsechain ecosystem. But the one thing that I did notice that some people like is that they want to hear the same old story every single day. Number going up. This is the perfect ecosystem. Nothing else is better than this. It has no flaws. There's no mistakes that have been made, and which is absolutely not true. The kind of content that anyone with with some cells will want is content that is truthful and objective, and that means that there are going to be some things that you don't like in that content. And also, we are all different human beings, so even despite that, we are not always going to come up to the same conclusion all the time. And the beauty about content that is not always bullish to the moon is that it's credible, right? It has some credibility to it. I mean, if you're watching, there are people in the community who always say bullish stuff all the time. They never change. They're always bullish. But if you really dig deep, they're not always 100% bullish as they like to portray. They do also go through every FUD cycles and all the stuff that everyone goes through. And in some cases, they believe that they are strong enough to know the truth, but you should not tell other people the truth because other people should not know it, right? Other people are not maybe smart enough as they are. So they like to, in essence, kind of gatekeep information to everyone else who probably they consider as plebs. So they will say that if someone is bringing out some sides that we don't want to go out there, they're spreading FUD, which is not true. You want something that is credible, and you don't get credibility from bullish all the time. Now we're going to take a look at most people actually agree that look, he's done a lot of work for the Pulsechain ecosystem. He's dropped a lot of content, been very helpful. So, but then we do have a few that don't, right? There's a strong argument that your friend Sommi is the hardest worker for this community. Definitely true. I mean, who's dropping 10 videos a day and talk about multiple posts on Twitter, right? I think Sommi is an asset, and then we've got one who is not so positive, right? I blocked him a long time ago. Bipolar post, a bearish, mid curve, bullish. It doesn't mean he doesn't provide value, but the bipolar posts are not something I want in my feed. Much respect. Now, this I disagree with, because obviously you have to understand that in investing in anything, there is nuanced perspectives, right? So even if you point out something that might not be ultra bullish, it does not mean you're bearish. It just means that it's one of those things that you're taking into consideration, and whilst you're looking for what else you're investing, or it's just something that is out there. I mean, if you were to tell me that Bitcoin is absolutely 100% the best money in the world, nothing comes close, I would tell you that, come on, that doesn't exist, right? I mean, it's you can't say that it's the best that you know, is the best that you've been exposed to, but how can you know what's the best in the whole world of billions of people? How can you know what's the best? You can only have your opinion that is limited by your experiences and the knowledge that you have. And you don't have ultimate godlike knowledge. You have knowledge that's based on your experience and your education and all that other stuff. But you have a lot more that you haven't been exposed to. So outlining some things that seem bearish, I think is a great thing. And I think it speaks to credibility, right? Because those people who never see anything wrong, who only see bullish, yeah, they're not being honest. That's just the truth. They're not being honest. Because, I mean, What exists like that? What exists like that? But obviously, you don't want to be buried in outer bearishness, which is something that I don't think he is. He does at all. I think he's for the most part outer bullish. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.